Hola YouTube, my name is Geneva. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I'm going to give you my review on the Lopesan Costa Bavaro Resort that's located in the beautiful Dominican Republic, specifically Punta Cana. If you want my take on it, then please continue to watch. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for all of your support. And if you're new here, welcome. I offer lifestyle content, anything ranging from travel, beauty, fashion, all of that kind of good stuff. If it's something that you vibe with, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And let's go ahead and jump into my first take on the resort. So we decided on going to Punta Cana as a family. This is our second time going. There was a group of 12 of us, and we decided on this property because it is absolutely gorgeous. The views, the ground, the property is just beautiful. And we wanted something that would be appropriate for all the different age ranges, because we had from the youngest is 5 years old to the oldest is in their 60s. So we wanted a range of activities that even the teens would be comfortable doing, and this resort had all of it. There is a water park, there is a casino, there are 7 swimming pools, there's a spa, there's shopping, there's bowling, there's so many different activities. So if you're bored at this property, that means you're a boring person. So that's why we decided on this property. Also, just so that you're aware, this property is a fairly new property. It was built back in 2019. And so you still have that, new, fresh feeling about it. The amenities and the grounds, the decor. I just love the aesthetic of the place. We also like that it was only a short drive from the airport. It was roughly about 20 to 30 minutes from the airport, depending on the traffic. So it was a pretty smooth ride. And I will go ahead and we're going to break this up, and I'm going to give you all the information based on arrival. I'll also provide a room tour and give you just all the different information about it. And I think we should start with arrival. Upon arrival to the beautiful Dominican Republic, our driver did arrive at the airport to meet us. We had 2 drivers because our party size was so big, so they split us up into 2, and we had 2 vehicles. We left at the same time and we arrived at the property at the same time. So the arrival was fairly smooth, and this was provided by the actual resort. When we got there, we were greeted with a welcome drink. The adults were, which was really nice. I think we were given champagne. It would have been nice to have a welcome drink for the kids as well. I've been to other properties, specifically in the Dominican Republic, like the Nickelodeon, and they of course had beverages for everyone, all different age ranges, but the kids were not given a welcome drink when we arrived. So that's just something to think about. But my teenager wasted no time. He's not new to the all-inclusive, so he went down there and he grabbed himself and everybody else who wanted a different beverage other than champagne. He grabbed all of us drinks. So we were drinking daiquiris and pina coladas as soon as we arrived. So that was a nice touch, especially while we were just waiting, that we didn't have to sit in the lobby the entire time. We could explore and grab food while we were waiting for our room to be ready. The check-in time, it did take a very long time. I don't know what the wait was. We did go during the last week of May, but it wasn't fairly busy, the property. So I'm not sure why it took so long, but it extremely did. What I did like about the once we were able to actually check in, you get a wristband, and it is made of wood. I loved how it looked, but if you are somebody who's not used to wearing jewelry, I of course am. I love wearing jewelry, but my husband does not. Just having that bracelet when you check in as your room key and your all access, it might be uncomfortable. I know for my youngest son, he actually took his off every night. We were on that thing like a hawk, because if you did lose it and they had to replace it, then there was a fee. I think it was $100 fee. So just be mindful of that, especially when you're traveling with the little ones. And if they're not comfortable with wearing jewelry, just know that that bracelet is how you get into your room, how they make sure that you're in the appropriate spot, because there is an adults only section that has a different color coded wristband. So that is definitely something to think about. Our bags took forever to arrive. It took so long. We were the last one in our party to actually receive our bags. I end up going down the hall and going to the baggage, and our bags were sitting right there. I'm like, can we just take them, because it was taking that long? So that was not nice, because after you've been on the airplane, you've been traveling, you want to just immediately get to your room. And we arrived during check-in time. So it's not like we arrived super early and we're asking for any different type of accommodation. We arrived during our window for check-in. So it would have been nice to just immediately go to the room. So that's everything about arrival. So next up, we went directly to our room. Okay, so let's discuss accommodations, and I'm going to give you guys a room tour from when we were there. The first thing that I want to say is that the room was absolutely beautiful, but finding your room can prove to be a little bit of a maze that you have to go through. I'm normally someone who is good with direction, but your girl got lost on more than one occasion. Yeah, so the property is so big and there's so many rooms. It's very, very easy to get lost, but the overall room was beautiful. There were our room, because we are a family of 4, we had 2 beds. I love the fact that you had a space where if you love photos and you love taking pictures and you want to do your outfit of the day, there was a beautiful size mirror. The room was fairly big. It definitely accommodated all of us. And I love that there was a patio on the back where we can see everything, including the ocean, the overall grounds, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I will include clips of our tour right now. So here is what the room looks like. There is the shower. The bathroom is on the other side. Here's a little sitting area with additional storage. And then you walk through. This is what the room looks like. You have a full length mirror here, which is great when you want to take your selfies. If you come over here behind it, you have a closet where you can hang all of your items, and there are definitely enough hangers, additional storage to the bottom. And then you have your iron and ironing board, and these worked perfectly. And then you come here, we have a room with 2 beds, and you have the TV on your right-hand side. There is also a fridge. I don't think ours was working. And there is a safe, which is where we always keep our passports, a little sitting area. It has American outlets, and then also for any charging devices that you have. There's a little sitting area with some cute wall decor, a nice big lamp, and some artwork. And then the absolute best part is you walk out the room to your patio, and you have a little sitting area. You have another sitting area and a drying rack, and absolutely gorgeous view. You can see all the pools. The little kiddie area is over here. That's the beach. That's the adults only side, and there's additional pool here. But this is what the view is. It is absolutely beautiful. After we checked into our room, we decided to explore the property. So those are the things that I want to discuss right now. You should be mindful that there are essentially 2 sides of the property. There is the main property where all the hotel accommodations are, so where your sleeping arrangements, all the rooms are located on one side, and all of the pools are. Then you have the other side, which is called the Boulevard. The Boulevard is going to have the water park. You're going to have bowling there, the child care, the teen clubs. There's shopping over there. The gym is located there. The spa is located there. There's actually a few restaurants that are located there. I know the French one is there. There was like another snack restaurant that was located there right next to the water park. And also the ice cream shop is located on that side. So all of that is on the Boulevard side. Everything else and all the other restaurants are on the main property. So also if you are a unique member, which means that you are part of the adult only club, they had swim out rooms. All of that stuff is on the main side of the property. This trip for my family and I was all about relaxation. So the only thing that we wanted to do, eat, drink, and be in the water. So that is exactly what we did. And this property has 7 different pools. We stayed primarily in the infinity pool and also the beach, which the grounds, absolutely beautiful. The beach scene, there was a lot of seaweed. So that's something that you probably want to be aware of if you're traveling. And like I said, we went the end of May, so that may have something to do with it. But there was a lot of seaweed. There was also a lot of boats that were out. And if you're there for like the vibes, you definitely get that because the music was playing. You saw the people on there. We didn't actually decide to go on any of the boats or take advantage of any of that, but there were a ton out there. And if you were trying to have a party, you would be able to if you were interested in something like that. But we just wanted to chill, lay in the chairs, lay in the loungers, go in the beach, and just have a great time. The infinity pool, even though the property is so big, I never felt like we were overcrowded or that there was a lot of people. The infinity pool is huge. We had a great time. Someone did come around, even though there isn't a bar right at the pool, which may be a negative. There is someone that's going to walk around and ask if you want any drinks. So you would be able to still drink while you're at the pool if that's something that you're interested in. And one of the things that was the most disappointing for us is that the water park was not functional. It was not working. It was not open. And that was another area that I thought we would spend a large majority of our time because I have a teenager and I also have a 5-year-old. So I thought we were going to be at the water park the whole time. I did not know that it was closed before we arrived there. However, there is a kiddie pool that had, a slide and areas where they can climb up the stairs, and there was like a little waterfall. So my son definitely enjoyed that, just being able to walk around and play. And it was never overcrowded. There were very few kids that were in it. So if you are thinking about it, and if you go and the water park is not functional, just know that your child will still have a wonderful time, and there are still different spaces where they can have different activities and be in the water, and that you can actually still relax right next to them and watch them and have a great time. The next thing that I want to discuss is downloading the app. I think it is essential if you're going to be traveling to this resort. You need the app. The Wi-Fi was very strong. We didn't have any issue at all connecting and being on our different devices when we had a little bit of downtime. I did download the app a week prior to us departing because I thought we would be able to, book our restaurant options before, but we were not able to do so. And after I checked in, I understood why. Everything is tied to your actual room number, and you won't have that until you check into the resort. So, but it was a nice way to look at the different restaurants, look at the different menus, see what they offer before you're actually able to book that. If you need washcloths or towels replaced in your room, you would do all of that through the app. If you want to see what activities are going on, what different shows were being put on in the theater, you would do this all through the app. So I thought it was definitely essential. And so with that being said, I want to talk about the restaurants because this is when the app is going to come in clutch. So the overall food, it is an all-inclusive resort. So I feel like there's a little bit of stigma with all-inclusives as far as the general food that's open and available readily all the time. So the places where you're going to do the buffets, they were not my favorite at all. I didn't bother ordering from room service, even though it was available 24/7, because I did not like the options. My family members did, and they said the food was not great at all. However, completely opposite. The restaurants you will enjoy. The first day, as soon as you check into your hotel, you get your room number, you get up to your room, you're all settled, start booking your reservations immediately for the whole entire week. That is what we did, and it was perfection. I had heard so many great things about the Asian restaurant. We were not able to get a reservation. It was completely booked, and I checked as soon as we arrived. So I was pretty shocked about that we couldn't even get in there to make a reservation. So if that's something that you're interested in, try and do it as early as possible. The restaurants, all the food completely delicious. Absolutely loved all of the food at the restaurants. Our favorite was actually the French restaurant. And if you go there, please order the chicken. The French restaurant, the ambiance, the decor, it was so lovely. They were able to accommodate our large size party. When we originally booked it, we couldn't book for 12. So we split it up. I booked for 6. My sister booked for 6. But when we arrived, they were able to get us all together. So that was very nice being able to eat with our family while all of us was there. But that was by far our favorite restaurant. We also loved the Italian restaurant. It was delicious. The Mexican restaurant was delicious as well. The cuisine was so phenomenal. So if you're hungry, eat at the restaurant, make your reservation. Our son, the eldest one who is a teenager, my parents were watching the kids one night while my sisters and I went on a date night with our significant others, and he decided they were all going to the buffet to eat. He did not want to eat at the buffet, so he just walked into one of the restaurants. He was a walk-in, and I think because he was by himself, they were like, nope, come on. So he sat at, there was a little seating next to like the bar area. He sat there. He had a lovely time. Everyone was so nice and welcoming to him, and he just absolutely raved about it. So I think if you have a smaller party, or maybe it's just you or 1 or 2 people, you may have no problem just walking in. But for the rest of us, we made reservations for the entire time that we were there, and the food was so yummy. If you're thinking about just lounging, and there are so many areas for seating. And this is what I love, because my sisters and I and my mother and my nieces, we're all part of a book club. We all decided to read the same book before we went. We were able to sit in the lobby, us all together, and I will definitely include a little clip of us just sitting there, and we had our book club meeting, and I just thought it was so special. After we ate dinner every night, we would come back to the lounge, and in the lobby, there were so many seating options. So we just sat there and we had a great time. And I love being able just to spend quality time with my family. We're just talking, playing games, and I never felt like we were burdensome on any of the other guests. It was just a large open space, but there's so many seating options throughout the party. If you just want to lounge and chill, read a book, have a book club meeting, all of that, you'll be able to do it at this property. If you are thinking about going at the end of May, just so you're aware of the weather, it was absolutely beautiful. The forecast did show days of rain, but anytime it rained, it would rain only for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and then it would be gone. It never ruined our day the entire week that we were there. So there was rain on and off, but by the time you're up and moving, it's over with, and you're able to, still enjoy the property. So yeah, if you're worrying about whether or not the rain's going to be a factor, just know that it's a Caribbean destination. It's going to come, it's going to go, and you'll still be able to go out there and enjoy some sunshine. If you're like me and you love to shop and you only plan on staying at the resort the entire time that you're there, don't fret, you will have plenty of opportunity to do so. What I did love about this property is on the actual accommodation side, so where the rooms are at, there is a shop on the second floor. So when you go in, there are so many different opportunities for you to get your shop on. You can get sunscreen, you can get food, you can get things that you want to bring back to your family. There are cups, there are, shot glasses, all kinds of different things. And I will be sure to include clips of me shopping, because that's what I did. Every time that we go to Punta Cana, I bring a piece of jewelry back. So I do want to share that with you, what I picked up. So on this trip to the Dominican Republic, I picked up this beautiful ring right here. This is made from Larimar, and the ring is also sterling silver. I got the Larimar because it is native to the Dominican Republic, so I just love having this piece, and every time I wear it, it reminds me of my time there. I also have other pieces from previous trips that I have gone on. So my parents actually, when they went to the Dominican Republic for the first time, they purchased this for me, and I wear it all the time. It's absolutely beautiful. And they also grabbed these earrings for me. So I'm working on a set. The next time that I go, I want to grab a bracelet, but there are shopping options like this at the resort. So if you want to get nice pieces that you'll have for a lifetime or things that you might want to share and bring back to your family member, it is available there. There's also on the Boulevard so many different shopping options, a few fine shopping options as well. So if you didn't bring a swimsuit, if you need an extra towel, those are located on the Boulevard side. Okay, I pulled out the notebook so that way I don't forget to tell you guys any of the additional things that I wrote down that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned. And the first thing is the theater. So there are shows that are available, and we went to the Michael Jackson one, and it was just not my favorite. It's not my thing. I knew that going into it, so I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but we all went as a family, so I was like, oh, I'll go. But if you're not into that type of thing, just skip the show. It just was not worth it, in my opinion. And on top of it, maybe I would have lasted a little bit longer if the AC was working. It was not working. It was so hot in there. We were all just melting. So that's something else to think about as well. So the theater was, and it's located on the Boulevard side. There is also a casino. It's very small and the options were not plentiful. So if you are bored and you just want to, find something to do and explore the property, I would recommend going in there, but don't think that you're going to get like this high-end casino atmosphere or feeling, or a lot of slots or anything like that. The property does have a spa, but we did not take advantage of it. But I do want you to be aware, in case that's something that you are interested in, you do have the option to do the spa. There's also a gym located. Now, I am not the type of person who's going to work out on vacation. I have the intention of working out. I packed my workout shoes. I packed my workout clothes, but did I? No. So, but if you're the person who is like, no, I'm going to the gym because my sister and my brother-in-law, he's a personal trainer. I will leave his contact information in the description down below if you're in the DMV area. And they went to the gym every day, and I will be sure to include clips of what it looked like. It's a fully stacked gym, absolutely beautiful. And if you have the time and if it's something that you're interested in, then definitely be sure to check it out. My favorite part of the whole entire trip was our family all coming together to take a group photo. There is a photographer on site. I do recommend that you check them out because these are memories that I will have for forever and just be able to go back and look at. We all wore matching shirts. They came from Amazon. I will have them linked below, and the sizing was spot on and perfection. I was concerned because there were no other reviews on these shirts when we purchased them, but they turned out great, and they had so many different size options, so many different color options, styles for children, women, men, and it worked out perfectly. We all wore our t-shirts and our little denim, and they took us by golf cart to the front of the resort, took our photos, and I just absolutely love that. So I highly recommend that you do take advantage of the photographer if you are visiting the resort. All right, so now I'm going to give you guys my overall take. Overall, I would give this property an 8 out of 10. We thoroughly enjoyed our time there. The food was absolutely delicious. We went there for relaxation, and that's what we did. We lounged at the pool. We lounged at the beach. We explored. We walked around. We had an overall great time, and that's exactly what I went there for. Things that could have made it better would, of course, be room service and the food options when you're not sitting down at a restaurant that requires a reservation, and being able to easily access, towels and things of that nature. And also, I wish that the bathroom was separate from the actual, bed part, because I don't like when the toilet space specifically isn't enclosed, because everybody hears all your business that's going on. So we just did not love that part of it. But everything else, the open concept as you're going into the room, and the fact that we had a patio, it was just absolutely beautiful. Our room didn't have a smell. It was nice, and it smelled fresh. The AC worked in our room. We loved having the patio. It just, there were so many things about the property that we absolutely love, which is why I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's a wonderful option if you have a family that's ranging in sizes and you have a group of people going together. There are activities and things for everyone that they can experience and that they would enjoy. And I think that wraps up this video. If I think of anything else, I'll be sure to pin my comment down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're thinking about going to Lopesan, I hope that this video may have been helpful for you. If so, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel and coming back often. Thank you so much for your support. Have a great day. Bye.